Department of Energy funds, they say to spray sunscreen for the Earth's atmosphere by mixing stuff with jet fuel, and that they're doing it. And then in 2006, another report came out. Come on in. It's AP Newsbreak. Obama looks at climate engineering. So, see, now they're announcing, he just ran in at the very time you called, ma'am. He just ran in with AP admitting they're chemtrailing us. My God, the level of this, I just can't handle it anymore. The level of the insanity as they admit everything, these bastards. Chemtrails are real. Until 1996, all condensation ice crystal trails only formed at 20,000 feet and higher, generally in the winter months, and they faded out in a few seconds to the maximum of 1 minute. Your whole life, remember watching a trail go by and watching it disappear? Then suddenly in 96, before anybody was even talking about chemtrails, I would notice, man, why do those stay there? I'd be, gardening, because my parents had a couple acres in the middle of town. I would go garden, because I like planting stuff. Call me a weirdo. But I'd be out there growing watermelons and stuff and stomping around and the flowers and the bees. And I'd go, man, that trail's been up there for like an hour and it's getting bigger, turning into a cloud. What's going on? It's like cloud seeding. And then by 97, chemtrails. And they add it to the jet fuel, so it's compartmentalized. The pilots don't even know. And they have some others where they do know, and they're spraying off, larger amounts. And then suddenly government textbooks started admitting 3 years ago that they really were spraying the atmosphere to save us from the sun's rays and to fix the ozone layer. And Paul Watson, I tried to Google it during the break, he wrote a big article 6 months ago or so where the government admitted the chemtrails, and we had links to the government admitting, yes, we've got thousands of flights a year, we're spraying the atmosphere, testing, terraforming to save the Earth from global warming. And then NASA admitted a few years ago that the Earth is 20% darker now than it was before the 1995. And then you show the satellite photos of the chemtrail sprays everywhere, how all the lines, like spider webs, cover up cities. I mean, they are manipulating the planet. Well, here's Associated Press. AP exists. It looks like when AP announces they're setting up global government and global currency, I get attacked and they say, no, it doesn't exist. I mean, literally. Now, this is AP. AP News Break. Obama looks at climate engineering. Now, I want Paul Watson on this now. I want chemtrail every day. In fact, when I'm done with this next Obama film, I'm doing a chemtrail film. That's it. I've made my mind up. I was going to make the 2012 film explaining how that's all a big globalist hoax. But that can wait. And I need everybody to start sending me your chemtrail footage, and we'll give you full credit and everything from all over the country. Just send your chemtrail footage. I'm making a chemtrail film. That's it. Because it's in. I should have made it a year ago when they were admitting it in textbooks and things, because it really hurts the globalists to make a film and have them deny it and then have it be all admitted. But even when I document what's admitted now, they're going to say it doesn't exist. The president's new science advisor said Wednesday that global warming is so dire, the Obama administration is discussing radical technologies to cool the Earth's air. And see, this is in the university reports Paul's reported on. Oh, we're spraying the atmosphere, testing, shielding the Earth, and kids' textbooks that have chapters saying New World Order say, oh, and we're spraying you. That's sunscreen spray. Chemtrails are real. Now, only one component is the terraforming. They're also spraying poisons on you that sterilize you and brain damage you. And I know you don't want to admit that public. It's because you've been brain damaged, but myself included, but I'm fighting through it. You can still focus and get some neurons firing there. We're trying. John Holdren, told the AP, the first interview since becoming confirmed last month, that the idea of geoengineering the climate is being discussed. One such extreme option includes shooting pollution particles in the upper atmosphere to reflect the sun's rays. Holdren said such an experiment measure would only be used as last resort. It's already going on globally. The operation was launched worldwide in 1996. Worldwide terraforming with deadly barium salts and aluminum dioxide. As now people 22 years old are getting Alzheimer's everywhere. And just breathing it, just mass death, brain plaques, hitting us hard. I mean, the globalists have special detoxes they do that can remove some of it, but they're even insane. It's hurting them. I mean, this is mega attack total and AP. And I've got FBI calling the office and circling the office and provocateurs out the wazoo and people attacking everywhere. And I mean, and I'm the weirdo. No, listen, I'm breaking people out of their trance. See, I'm broken out of the trance. I'm angry. I'm freaked out. I'm going, my God, they're terraforming. My God, sodium fluoride in the water. My God, they funded Hitler. I understand what's going on. I read their eugenics documents. The hair on the back of my neck standing up right now. I want to warn you, they should all arrest them. Arrest the bankers. They're robbing. God, I can't believe it. And then they admit. This is just like after they've been spying on us without warrants for decades, they come out and say, we might do a little spying without warrants. We want to pass a law now. Ladies and gentlemen, the chemtrails are real. Just like they would deny there was a government plan to microchip the kids, and then Time Magazine and Newsweek for kids, they give them free in public schools, say, oh, you're cool. You're not like your parents. You're not backwards. You're going to take the chip. That's a quote, by the way, from Time Magazine for kids. Oh, yeah, turning your kids against you. And now the Mexican Attorney General's made his employees take it. They're pushing it on Alzheimer's patients. The point is, they brainwash the kids first. There's a bunch of government textbooks and others that admit they're chemtrail spraying. Now, we found all the government documents where they admit they're already terraforming the atmosphere since 96. Guess what? When we found out the term indirect and direct aerosol spray campaign, you just Google that. You'll be on Department of Energy, British Department of Energy. And I hate to have my guests waiting and then going off, and this is just too big. And then in the last few months, they had a London Guardian and AP come out and say, oh, they're looking at spraying barium salts, and they can mix it with the jet fuel. That way it's cheaply done, and it'll have a big effect over the airwaves to protect our cities. They're already doing it. And NASA reports the planet's 20% darker than it was back in the early 90s. They are spraying. Then they turn into clouds. It's cloud seeding. I said, oh, my God, here they are saying they may have to do this to save us. They always introduce it that way. So this is an admission that they're terraforming, that exists, that's going on. And then you go to the university documents we posted and linked to, they admit they're doing it. So my point is to have them admit it in the AP was a big deal. And to have Obama's guy doing it. And when his head guy, his key science advisor says something, that's with certification. So, yes, the Obama administration's admitting they're doing this. And you can nitpick and say, I mean, why aren't you talking about the fact that they're talking about terraforming and saying we may have to do this, and then I've proven from their own documents they already are? Why isn't it about what the hell are they doing? Why is it all about, well, gee, I don't know. I understand this. Folks, I haven't taken calls all day hardly because I don't want to stop, because I'm passionate. Most hosts lean on the callers. They lean on guests. They don't want to be on air. They want to be out playing golf or chasing tail. I want to be here. This is what I do. I study them. I know them. I know the enemy. I understand what they're doing. They're going to kill our asses. These people mean business. These people mean business, man. My whole life's on the line with this. And you call into the show nitpicking. I mean, what I did in the interest of time was I condensed it all together. I said, yes, now they're introducing how we need it. That's how they always do it. After they've already been doing it, we have the articles. Here's the name of the articles up on prisonplanet.com where they admit they're doing it. So I made that all perfectly clear without adding a bunch of tremulous hesitation. I mean, I don't know who we need. I mean, like you said, 7 years ago, I make a film, Road to Tyranny, showing you the documents where they say we're all terrorists, and now it's all big news everywhere. I broke the MIAC report, and I had my own people going, I don't see Ron Paul in there, and he's not in there. And I'm like, he's on page 8. He's on page 8. Started screaming at them. I can't handle this stuff, man. I know how this works. This is what I do. I've interviewed thousands of experts. I do this stuff 18 hours a day. I don't have time for your crap anymore. Man, I didn't claim to have all the answers. But see, instead it's going to be about, Obama just says they may terraform. I told you they admit they're already doing it. My God. My God. I guess everything's okay, Burmas, because, yeah, the camps are real, but, they're only for our safety.
Well, I don't think everything's okay.
But, I mean, who are these timid people? Oh, that Alex, I'm listening right now, and he said they're doing it, but Obama just says they may have to.
Let's be honest.
The point is they're saying it's real. The point is they're saying they can manipulate the atmosphere, spraying aerosols that they're doing right now. Mm-hmm. The point is they admit the frickin' thing's real. God, you people have been conditioned from birth to not have any connection to reality, to not see right through things, to not go with it. I mean, how is it bizarre for me to say they're admitting they have chemtrails is my point. They're admitting they have chemtrails. They're admitting they have chemtrails. They're admitting they have chemtrails. They're spraying us in a secret program. God.